Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing wonderful. Weather is beautiful, sunny, and bright here in Nashville, Tennessee. Speaking of weather, gotta give a shout out. Saying my thoughts and prayers are with all of my friends and family down there in Florida as Hurricane Matthew is coming to make a little bit of an appearance. Most of my friends, though, who have been in many hurricanes, as I also have, know that they're probably just bunkering down with a bunch of beer and steaks and grills and candles. So usually probably gonna have a pretty good time. But anyway, so for those of you, I do hope a lot of you are safe in Florida. Make sure you take the necessary and proper precautions in regards to your safety. Folks, it's the SPY. We're looking at it. When is this thing going to break out? I have no idea. Here's your exponential moving averages. And again, look at this. They are really sideways right now. Very, very sideways. Here's your weekly chart on the SPY. And the weekly chart, those moving averages are a little bit more bullish. But so far, now I know it's only Wednesday, but we have ourselves a little bit of a new black crow candle. So just a little bit of bearishness stepping in here on the SPY. Back over to your daily chart. Turn the moving averages off. Looking to see what's going to happen here. I really, truly do not know. Here's your long-term moving averages on the SPY. The 100 going to be a really good support at 213.43. My good buddy Dave Zamora up there in Colorado, Denver, he's got himself a 213, 212 bull put spread expiring this Friday. Again, today in the SPY is a little bit of a new white soldier. So yes, we're still making higher lows. We still have relative highs. I mentioned yesterday, and here's the note, back on the 30th, which was a few days ago, bullish out the gate, otherwise maybe trade down and buy the dip, right? So yesterday we traded back down to that support. Me and a good buddy Chris and a lot of other traders in the morning room were talking about buying that dip down there, and it did procure some nice gains from today, from yesterday to today. So anyway, that was pretty much what it was, and just kind of reiterating that fact yesterday. A bit of a bearish gap, should continue, look to buy at support. So that was, again, 2 days ago. So anyway, on the SPY, good bounce off support. So from here on the SPY, I'm just still hanging tight. Don't really see anything exactly on it yet directionally that I'm looking to play, unless, of course, you're in this hourly chart, you're a little bit more of an aggressive trader, and you're noticing and you're spotting your resistance and your support. Let me zoom out, and there it goes, right? So we do have a white candle gapping up today on the hourly chart on the SPY. We do have a little bit of a resistance here. So this is possible for the next 2 or 3 days, potentially. And again, if it trades back to that level, it could also bounce and continue higher, right? So just keep in mind, buy low, sell high, buy low. Here's the Qs, and everyone knows my thoughts on the Qs, which is exciting. I will say that the weekly options newsletter was a massive success, I feel like. a lot of you guys got some great value out of it. And you really have an opportunity to see my thoughts and actions regarding the options and kind of how I trade them. So here's that article. If you don't have it or you haven't read it yet, it is online on the website for free, 100% entirely for free. But this is likely the last week that I'll do it because it does take a lot of time in preparation to build that weekly newsletter. But if you click it, you get an idea of what this is going to look like. And we're going to be producing this every single Tuesday. And again, it's just a very quick, very succinct read. It's going to look something like this for the future, and you're just going to have your information. Now, I will say I got a lot of emails about, hey, Jeremy, how do I do this in my broker? Well, I will say this. If you have a broker-specific question, email me, jeremy@reallifetraining.com. Let's schedule a coaching session, one-on-one, just me and you. Let me walk you through your broker and show you exactly how to place these kind of orders, with, most importantly, with your stop, and help you mitigate risk and understand how to do your limit entries, your limit stops, your sells, your things like that. Let me show you in your individual broker. If you're Canadian or if you're here in the United States, I'm sure once I get your broker, I'll be able to figure it out. I've used a lot of brokers, many of them. So with a little bit of time on the webinar, exclusive webinar, just you and me, I'm sure we can figure it out. I will charge for a one-on-one session though, so let's just email me. Let's figure out exactly how much detail and help you do need, and we'll figure out what the cost would be, because if it's like 5 hours, a 5-hour session is obviously going to be a little bit more than a quick, hey man, I need 15 minutes to show me how to place a stop, right? So anyway, email me, jeremy@reallifetraining.com. We'll schedule a time and I'll walk you through, because this is something that I want every single person who's hearing my voice to take advantage of. I feel like all of you will be able to take advantage of this weekly options newsletter. It's unlike any other options newsletter that you will find, in my opinion, because of how precise and specific it is. It gives you the exact information you're looking for, the stock, the expiration, the strike price, how much, what type of order, how many contracts, what the stop is, what the target is. Here's your chart. A lot of info. So everyone's going to be taking advantage of this. We are offering it for a little bit longer for the $149 bundle. You can get that and the 2 other rooms. For those of you who have emailed me looking to buy this thing separately, that pricing will be coming out in the next few weeks. Anyway, so just throwing that out there, letting you guys know. Let's talk stocks really quick, shall we? So the Q's doing and trading at this resistance, expecting really this to occur on the Q's, and if it doesn't, this will occur, and it likely will continue bullish up into 120.50, just like I mentioned in that article. So anyway, that's the Q's. That's what we got. Let's look at a few other stocks. My good buddy Dale Chun on ticker symbol ABT, Abbott Labs. Here is the daily chart, and on Monday he was looking to get into this thing bullish, and he had a little bit of a nice little bullish breakout on Monday, had a nice little retest, and a really good bullish gap rewarding Dale today. So Dale, good job being in bullish on Abbott Labs. My good buddy Rashad Johnson wanted to look at AVGO, and he was thinking, hey man, is this an evening star reversal pattern on AVGO? Here's the evening star reversal pattern, and it was indeed an evening star. If you did get triggered in yesterday and your stop is either here or here, you likely either have or will get stopped out on AVGO, which is Broadcom Limited. Here's your long-term moving averages on AVGO, and it just looks like this trend is still kind of intact. Nice little higher lows, nice higher highs, nice resistance right here. So if you tried it bearish, good try, man. That happens. It's all about losing small on the trades that we do lose on and winning much bigger on the trades that we do win on. Speaking of winning trades, here is AT&T. And we did score a profitable trade on ticker symbol AT&T. Pretty excited about that one. I mentioned to a lot of traders that Melanie helped me out, telling me and reminding me really that AT&T had X dividends today. I mean, they were paying dividends for those who own shares. And we were in a bearish trade. So some of you guys didn't know this. Let me go ahead and tell you now. If you are short a dividend-paying stock, you will have to pay those dividends. So yesterday we exited our bearish position on AT&T for an over an R gain. We did not have to pay the dividends, so thank you, Melanie, for that, and shout outs to your son, who likes me more than Jim Cramer. I appreciate it. So anyway, that's AT&T. Bob, my good buddy Bob, was looking at ticker symbol MOMO. He got put the shares on ticker symbol MOMO with a put sale, $22.50 put sale. He's got a covered call at $23 expiring this Friday. With this kind of volume and breaking out this little pennant pattern, Bob, looks good thus far that you likely will get exercise for another gain. I know you can keep doing this over and over and over, so good job, buddy. Proud of you. Joe Evans, my man, he had Bed Bath & Beyond calls just the other day. So back on the 3rd, me and him had a coaching session. He bought himself some October 45 calls on Bed Bath & Beyond and scored a nice, healthy 3R gain on those yesterday. Which is really about a 300% return from his investment. Joe, great trade. Awesome stuff, man. Really proud of you. IMTL, Dan, want to keep an eye on IMTL. This is Image Technology. I might have typed it in wrong, though. This is ITML. IMTL. I'm sure I'm typing it in wrong. IMTL. Yeah. I don't think you wanted to look at this penny stock. So I'll skip it. Sorry, Dan. Tell me which stock it was. I'm sure maybe it's IMYL. IMYL. Nope, I can't figure it out. Dan, let me know, and I'll be happy to look at it. Vinny mentioned to me Urban Outfitters URBN, and he was asking me, hey, Jeremy, does it look like Urban Outfitters is breaking out? And based on this particular chart, it does. Let me go out here to a weekly perspective just to see what this thing is doing longer term, and here's a weekly chart. So on a weekly level, Urban Outfitters is and has been kind of going a little bit more sideways overall, but based on a weekly chart, I can see some nice pullback into here, and you got yourself a good candle. Here's a daily chart, and here's the Bollinger Bands on the daily chart. This is what Vinny wanted to look at specifically. Bollinger Bands had a little bit of a squeeze. The squeeze is on. So on Urban Outfitters, your exponential moving averages, you got 3 white candles in a row. There's a good little support resistance right about here. If you're looking at playing Urban Outfitters, I'd probably wait for a little bit of a bounce and a buy the bounce opportunity. Overall, on URBN, I'd probably be more bullish to neutral. STWD, I think another trader, Melanie, want to look at this one. Starwood Property Trust. And Starwood, ladies and gentlemen, will be on our list for certain because it does appear that this bad boy has a double top. Now, the double top trading into the 100 simple moving average could easily bounce, and that could be all the retracement that we get. So if this thing does bounce, we'd be going bullish. If it doesn't, we're looking to go at bearish, but we'll keep our eyes on it. CRM had a big gap down today. Salesforce, huge gap, giant high wave candle, tons of volume, are coring out of support. So here's an hourly time frame on CRM, and this particular trade looks pretty interesting because earlier in the morning we were getting and showing a nice little morning star reversal pattern right there on Salesforce. So if you're looking at playing Salesforce down at this level, I think it's time to kind of keep a bullish perspective on it realistically, because if you're playing it as a channel, let's kind of zoom out here, we have bounced from this general vicinity before. So you got a nice gap there, you got a lot of volume, good high wave candle. On Salesforce, I would be keeping an eye out for some bullish trades. And two more. Here's Twitter, ticker symbol TWTR. Twitter, folks, is just phenomenal, right? Back on the 23rd of September, mentioned that was a Friday. So guys, this is unequivocally, without question, a very strong bullish gap. Allow it to retest before getting in. The next morning, Monday, opened. That was the retest, at least on the hourly chart. Then you got another retest 2 days later, and then you got the breakout just a few days ago. So Twitter, if I hop into the hourly chart, you'll see some really good buying opportunities, at least on the hourly time frame. So here's a really, really good old resistance, new support, limit buying opportunity on that pullback into the 20 EMA. So that was a good buying opportunity. Same thing with this level, right? Once it broke out of here, retested that off of the 20 EMA again, and then had a nice little bounce today. So Twitter moving up strongly, of course, on rumors of a buyout, and also they're doing a lot of really cool stuff fundamentally when they're streaming a lot of this debate things that are going on. Twitter really strong with that, doing the streaming. So that's kind of a big deal that they're getting into NFL Thursday Night Football streaming and also some of the political debate stuff streaming. Twitter stepping up their game a little bit, which I think is helping out their stock price. Last but not least, Apple. Getting a lot of questions on Apple. Folks, it's trading sideways still in a pennant pattern for sure. On a weekly chart, it is getting a congestion. So on a weekly time frame, it looks like could be an inverted head and shoulders pattern. It could also be a double bottom where this closed above the neckline. That was the retest. Also looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave count. So all of this is going to be a little bit of a correction. I do like the fact that it's above this neckline. I like the congestion in here. The longer trade sideways, the more upside I see on Apple into the next few months. So I am long on Apple. 120 January calls. Looking for it to continue higher. Here's the exponential moving averages. Digging that. So if you're in Apple bullish, I guess just hang tight depending on what expiration and strike you have. With earnings coming up, if you have October options, you're kind of running out of time a little bit, so Apple needs to start popping for you very, very soon. Otherwise, you could look for something a little bit longer term. Potentially, if you have shares, you might be enjoying this 120 covered call for October. That expires in 2.5 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this Wednesday Real Life Stock Review. The morning and day trading room are still free until Friday. Latoya Smith is making her debut tomorrow morning. If you guys want to be there, I'll be giving her a nice warm welcome as we open up the Thursday morning day trading room, which is tomorrow from 9 to 2, as it is every other single day. Folks, thanks so much for watching. Those of you who want a coaching session, again, to help out with the weekly options newsletter, just email me. We'll schedule the time. We'll figure something out. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys rock. Until next time, love life, live life, and trade. See you.